Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs, welcome back to today's second video where I'm going to be giving more in-depth thoughts, and I've had a little bit of time to think on the episode, so yeah, and also towards the end I'm going to be doing some theories and stuff, possible spoiler warning for that, so yeah, let's just get straight in with the review of Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. So overall, was it a good, entertaining and fun story? Yes, it absolutely was. Definitely an improvement on all of Chibnall's work so far, apart from Spyfall, obviously, because that is just sort of out the roof amazing. Like, I don't know how he pulled that off. But last week's episode, it tops, and it tops pretty much all of Series 11, maybe aside from Rosa and Resolution, which are my two personal favourites. I wonder if there is some sort of formula Chibnall's going for here, because there's a load of historicals, and last series we had historical figure Rosa Parks and King James and probably some more that I've forgotten about, and we've had Ada Lovelace, Charles Babbage, Nikola Tesla, Thomas Edison. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Chibnall is very interested in history, and that's a good direction to take with Doctor Who, because I mean, that's what it was intended to be. So, now I'm going to be talking about the references and sort of nods to other parts of the Doctor Who universe in today's episode, which once again is an addition to what was missing in Series 11 and is handled really well. For one, there was a Silurian gun, and yet we all called it no Silurians, but they were using their stolen tech. The one thing that confused me, yes, the Silurians are like an alien to the Doctor, but they're not really aliens as they describe them because they live on Earth. I suppose technically by definition they're still alien, but I don't know, the Doctor said they lived on Earth. Anyway, that's completely irrelevant, and we'll get into the next sort of thing. I don't know if this is correct, but she mentioned Venusian, like stolen tech. Does that link to Venusian Aikido, the third Doctor, and well, Jodie and Capaldi have used it, form of karate sort of thing, martial arts. Is that from that planet? It might be mentioned in Classic Who, which I haven't seen, so apologies for that, but it was a nice reference anyway. Now, another big obvious reference was Gallifrey, and although it wasn't name dropped, it was clearly heavily implied when the Queen Alien said to the Doctor, "Have you seen a planet burn?" And her face just suddenly
kill yourself. Rid the universe of your filth. Why don't you just die?
Also, the design was very Rachnos-like, and that links to the fact that both the Rachnos and this species are from way back in, I think they call it the Dark Times, before most life in the universe. And yeah, I liked the design similarities because they evolved from the same thing. There's probably more references that I've forgotten, but if you've spotted any, remember to drop them in the comments down below so I can learn. Now, the historical side of the episode I thought was really good as well. Like, if you're studying that in school or college or university or wherever, it's actually going to be a real help and you're going to be able to remember these things more. Like, I used for my GCSE history the Witchfinders episode and King James and all that. That stuck in my head quite a bit, and the witch trials. And yeah, it's just going to be a nice little historical thing, which even I am going to properly remember now, because I did, like, being honest, I didn't really know who Nikola Tesla was until this episode, but yeah, definite improvement. Also, what I liked, there were a lot of parallels between characters and motivations in the episode. Like, Thomas Edison was stealing other people's ideas and just building off their success, and so were the aliens, the Skithra, or whatever they were called. They were stealing other alien tech like Silurians, the Venusians, etc. They were stealing their tech and surviving and thriving off that, which I thought really nice parallels. Also, I liked how Jodie almost pulled a David Tennant in the fact that she gave them one chance, didn't take it, it's their own stupid fault, now I'm going to kill them, which, yeah, not always the style of the Doctor, but just like Tennant and Eccleston, Jodie has finally got to the point where Gallifrey's been destroyed again, and she's no longer this happy, whimsical, talks too much, well, she still does talk too much, but she's not the same character as she was in Series 11, and she's definitely developed and improved. And although Capaldi is my favourite Doctor, I've got to say her transition in character was definitely a lot cleaner than it was with Capaldi, because Capaldi just sort of switched between series yes, he's still my favourite Doctor, but I've got to hand it to Chibnall. Whittaker's development is very, very good. So, the villains, the aliens, the Skithra of the episode. What did I think of them? Yeah, they were pretty good. They were just sort of your average Doctor Who villain, very Rachnos reminiscent, as I've mentioned previously. But yeah, I thought the entertaining, the performance was pretty good from, I've forgotten her name, Master's girlfriend, Rani from Sarah Jane Adventures, that one. But yeah, good and strong villains. Now, the Doctor and her companions, the team, gang, fam, what were they like this episode? As I've hinted to already, Jodie was absolutely brilliant. She did really well, and sort of, yeah, this is one of her best performances. I mean, since Spyfall, she has really been a Doctor that I've sort of got behind. Series 11, I was sort of iffy on her, but now I'm really like, yes, Jodie is the Doctor, this is properly Doctor Who again, which is always great. And the TARDIS team gang fam, Bradly Walsh, great as ever, comedic, funny, whatever, you know, he did really well in this episode. Tosin, Cole, Ryan didn't have too much to do this week, but then that's to be expected with such a crowded cast and main plot. Yaz is, like, definitely better than Series 11. Like, in just little elements in the way she talks and things, you can tell she's a police officer, the way she calmly handles situations, which is completely unlike Series 11, so that's also another positive. Nikola Tesla, Thomas Edison, both great performances. Don't know much about them in history, so I'll assume they got the performances perfect. Now, I'm going to move into more theories and the next time trailer. The Judoon are back in Glostachier Cathedral, and yeah, that looks to be a really, really good episode. I can't wait for next week. That's, as I said in my initial reaction review, which you can watch, link in description, I am really excited for next week's episode. Now, this is where we get into slight spoiler territory. If you want evidence for what I say from, like, what I'm about to say, well, spoilers first. Probable spoilers, don't know if it's confirmed. If you don't want spoilers, go. But there was that leaked image a long time ago that said Ruths Tardis, but did it? Or did it say Ruths Tardis? Like, I'm probably not going to put it on screen because BBC might take it down, but if you do want to see the picture, just drop me a comment and I can send you this supposed leaked image of Ruth or Rose's TARDIS. Now, what really made me think, next week's episode, there's a character called Ruth. She was prominent in the Next Time trailer. She was that tall guy that they saw filming in Glostachier Cathedral. Could she be a secret Time Lord or something? Could it be the Master in disguise, the Rani? I don't know. Is she going to be a Time Lord, or is that just a code for that set? Whose set is that? Is that the Master's TARDIS? But then probably not, because we saw that as that weird Wizard of Oz-esque house in Spyfall Part 1 and 2. So, very intriguing on what Ruth/Rose is. It's not Roses. Goodbye, Rose. I'm sorry, Rose. But yeah, Ruth's TARDIS. What could it be? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, what are the Judoon looking for? Are they, probably, linking in with the story arc, looking for the Timeless Child? And if they are looking for the Timeless Child, could this be could we find out who the Timeless Child is next episode? Now, this is where the theory gets really weird and probably completely wrong. Could Ruth be the Timeless Child? We're going to meet her next week. She's who the Judoon are searching for. She could be a Time Lord or something. And remember way back, well not way back, like 2 weeks ago, when the Doctor had the Timeless Child flashback in Spyfall Part 2, there was a little girl. Yeah, remember that? That's important. On an off note, I'm pretty sure she's in the Death Zone as seen in the Five Doctors, because the two towers of Rassilon and yeah. This little girl matches the appearance of Ruth from next episode. Obviously, Ruth is no longer a child, she's older. Could she be the Timeless Child? Like, could episode 6 Ruth be a Time Lord or something that was, like, taken from Gallifrey as a child, memory wiped, put on Earth to live a normal life, and the Judoon are searching for her? And that could be why Ruth has a TARDIS, and why there's that little girl who matches the appearance of older Ruth. Maybe that's completely wrong, but... So yeah, that's probably my entirely wrong little theory, but if it happens, you heard it here first. Anyway, that pretty much wraps up the video for today. So yeah, remember to like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill. Comment what your thoughts for the episode were. Check out the Sontaran's Master Plan, our Doctor Who fan film, link in description and at the end of the video on screen now for all these things. Thank you for watching, remember to like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill, and goodbye.
Don't forget to click below.
Subscribe to the Confused Adipose.